So, usually I say hello everybody, but I think that's lame, so this time I say good night everybody. It's not exactly night here, but you need some change to keep things interesting, you know? Welcome to the latest installment of the Yocto Project live coding sessions. It's the dreaded number 13 in terms of new content. And today I've picked a very, very special topic. I'll try to build an out of tree kernel module, and I'll even try to do it the proper Yocto way. That means I'll hopefully create an extra layer for it. I'll stuff all the sources into a repository of its own so that it really shows the best practices that you should apply when you're doing things like that yourself. Okay, some housekeeping. As usually, click the follow us button for the Yocto project. For me, check out my new homepage, which will have the companion data for the sessions. It's at theyoctochester.com, theyoctochester.info. Yeah, you realize you have to keep things interesting, so I didn't get a com domain. As usual, the session will be recorded, put up on YouTube as soon as possible. Yes, and I think that's it for today. Let's get started. We'll just recycle the build setup I have left over from the last session, where we did getting started on Dunfill. And so what would one usually do if one wants to start a new development with the Yocto project? One has to set up a new layer, and that's what we'll do. For the sake of ease in putting this out to you who are watching this, hopefully, I already created an empty repository on GitHub, which I will hopefully be able to clone right now, and then I'll show you that it's really completely empty. Git clone here. I've cloned an empty repository. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. As most of you probably know, I love heavy metal, so I name all my things after some form of chemical heavy metal. And this time I chose praseodymium, which I have no idea what means in German, so I just picked it for the hilarious name. Okay? So here we go. Let's make this a layer. Bitbake. This is still the build session I have kept open from the last session. Bitbake layers create. Hopefully I can set that loose on an existing directory. Bitbake. It's not create. It's create layer. It exists. Oh, that is lame. Dang. So I have to pull in the remote layers. Okay, that's not exactly a problem, but the first thing I messed up. mkdir, no, not mkdir, bitbake create layers. At least it's still got the name. Okay, bitbake, as it already tells us, bitbake layers, add layer, meta. Okay, I cursed myself for forgetting the name. Praseodymium. Does anybody know what's this? Robert says it's Presodyme. That sounds kinky. Bitbake. Okay. It doesn't find it because I'm not in the thing. So add layer. Okay. So just to check that things are still working. Bitbake core image minimal, and then it should hopefully mention metaprosodamium for me. And then it's time to start out with the official example of kernel module. I know this makes the start a bit more long-winded, but it's really something that is such an integral part of any form of development with Open Embedded, and so therefore the Yocto project that I wanted to show the whole process today. Okay, here we go. The layer is fine. Obviously, it's properly parsed and recognized by Bitbake. So we have to find ourselves the example. Metaprosodamium. There is already an example, but I don't want that example. I don't like pre-made examples if they are called example. Okay, so we stick to the canonical canonical path of recipes dash something inside meta dash something, because that's also what Bitbake triggers onto with the matching of the file names. So you can actually do it in other ways, but it is strongly discouraged because nobody will understand what you are actually doing. So metaprosodamium, I'll have the recipe is also called Presodamium, and in there we'll just copy over the hello mod example for now that already comes with poky. It's in meta skeleton recipes kernel, maybe hello mod. Yeah, hello mod, come here. So if I did get everything right, I should be able to bitbake hello mod now. This is also the first session that I did absolutely not prepare anything. So things might take longer and have even more errors than you are used to in watching me. You see, it's even trying to do funky kernel stuff. In the meantime, we'll have a look at what's in there, okay? The kernel, the module consists of the recipe, which basically has one really important line in it. It says inherit module. This is really the thing that tells Bitbake to include the module class, which pulls in all the important magic. Bitbake needs to properly build a kernel module that sticks to the canonical form. So if you're doing weird stuff with setup scripts, with pulling in proprietary blobs or whatever, this might probably not help you. But if you're sticking to the best practices that a kernel module should do, then this will probably build just like it is. We're not compiling the kernel, okay? And let's look at the module a little bit further for now. Surprise, surprise, it's GPL. And the kernel module shall not have the kernel paths or anything hard-coded in its makefile. This is also the only one scenario where I actually say write a handwritten makefile. If you're doing application development or anything like it, please use a proper build system. But if you're doing a kernel module, an out-of-tree kernel module, please stick to makefiles and in exactly that way. So this is the example. Hopefully it works just like is. And if we look at the actual module, it's got the copyright license, and it's got an init and a cleanup. I usually would have expected init and exit, but we will see if it works. So this should actually just say hello upon loading the module, and goodbye upon getting rid of it. And if our build is hopefully finished soon, it compiles the kernel, and we can run. That's what we forgot. We also need to actually make a proper image that pulls in that stuff, which is already where I'm leaving the best practices, because in a proper environment you would add this to the machine. But if I add this to the machine, the build will probably take until tomorrow, which is too long for the time frame I am planning to invest for today. Okay, so here we go. Now we need an image. Recipes Presidamium, mkdir images, and we copy over poky recipes, poky meta recipes core images, core image minimal bb, and that's fine. Here we're gonna rename it to Pseudonymium image, and tinker with it a bit. Image install is, I think it's hello mod. Is it hello mod, or does it prepend the path? Well, we will see. So because no, I think we were right. Pseudonymium image. Bake Pseudonymium image. Did I mistype it? Ah, it's in the wrong path. Meta Pseudonymium images. Okay. Looks good. I can already see we have way less interaction than last time, probably because this is just less easy to grasp than getting started. But anyways, shoot me questions, remarks, snide comments, whatever you deem worthy to add to the session. I'll take all kinds of questions. I just do not promise to have an answer for all of them. Okay? So run qemu arm. Does this run Pseudonymium image? We will see. Slurp no graphics as usual. And then we will see if the module is already around. Root cdlib modules extra. Doesn't look bad, right? So okay, mod probe. Hello. It tells me hello world. Run mod. Hello. Goodbye cruel world. Okay. For the record, we just have created a layer with an out of tree module of our liking, and we have built, loaded, unloaded it, and verified that it basically works. So the next thing I want to do is to take the module out of the layer, because it's really a bad practice to ship the sources inside the layer. The reason is, while it might sound sensible at first to keep the build instructions, which is the metadata, and the sources, which is what you want to build, together, it actually restricts reuse of the sources that you have. Imagine you have another use case for that module other than that very specific application layer or machine layer that you are just creating. Then how would you build it? Everybody who wants that module would have to clone the metadata and then pull out the bits and pieces that that he or she needs, and that's just like not cool, right? So what we are gonna do now is I have created another repository on GitHub, which hopefully we can use. So git clone mod, press your I have cloned an empty repository. That's okay. Cd mod presodymium. Now I do an MV to really make sure we do not accidentally build the stuff that we do not want. Files here. Okay. Now all the sources are in here. Then we also can rm their files. We should not need it anymore. I do git add a, and now I usually should be able to push this on GitHub. Quentin says that technically it should be prefixed by kernel module hello. We shall look at this in a couple of minutes. Okay, thank you very much for the remark. So Yocto live something. With the president. I mean, what did I want to do right now? Exactly. I wanted to push. I'm sorry that I have to do this in an off-screen window. This is not master. Git status. Git commit. Git commit. Initial commit. Git commit amend. I even mistyped myself. So git initial commit. I am. Okay, this is fine for me. So git push. These are the Yocto tester. And now I really did it wrong. GitHub, okay. Git push. The Yocto tester. Okay, so if you are actually like watching this live, you can now head over to this place. I'll put it into the stream chat, and then you can see that the module is really around. So next thing we have to do is make the recipe point to it. Oh, dang. Where is my link? Um, that's really crazy. I sent you a link and I can't find it myself. So, doesn't work. GP, that's double slash, github.com, the Yocto Jester mod praseodymium. Okay, let's see if that works. Probably I went somewhere completely wrong. Yep. We don't have a source ref. The current source ref we do have is one commit, which is the commit on GitHub. I tell ya, I really have to change my streaming setup again. But this tells me that D47531C should hopefully be enough, and we will see. Otherwise it will be just autoref for now. Typo somewhere, typo here. Yeah, probably if I'll just set autoref. Yup, we will need autoref for now. It's also easier, but I wanted to show you the proper way. I usually break the proper way, also in real life. So, okay, here we go again. Now we do have a kernel module on GitHub. What else shall we do? We shall probably no, it's actually not the way pause. I guess your name means pause. The way is the way is this. Okay? Because as Robert already pointed out on LinkedIn, building kernel modules is a piece of cake. That, and we are for the real bare bones, we're already done. Yeah, we built a kernel module and we put it on GitHub. I will just try to rename the module to Presodymium right now, and after the rename and everything worked out, we can either try to change the machine, so we can set an autoload. I think we could because the autoload is is a very good example for a configuration thing. We could also put that into local.conf, but I really don't want to. So we can either change the machine, or we can add a sysfs handle, which is what I actually would prefer to do, because it shows a way of interacting with code that runs inside the kernel. Um, I'll just let you guys and gals and computers and trolls and whomever's watching take a vote over the next couple of minutes while I finish pouring my beer and renaming the module. And after that, I'll either try to do the machine tinkering or the SysFS control, whatever you think is better. Okay? Skull, exactly. Robert says SysFS handle. I count that as the first word. And no I/O controls as stated on LinkedIn. What was the saying? If you have a device, everything looks like an I/O control. First, renaming. Ah, Quentin was even right. R provides kernel module hello. Exactly, kernel headers. I will not do kernel headers. We will provide kernel module presudymium. I love presudymium. Example of how to build an external presudymium kernel module. Awesome. Seriously. Okay. MV. Hello mod. Mod presudymium. Seriously, that was an absolutely bad idea to pick that name. But you're all in for the laugh, right? So, MV hello mod to mod presudymium. Bitback. Nope. We have to add this to the installer right now. I guess kernel modules are generically installed, but we'll see. Kernel module presudymium. Its symbol is PR. I can't follow what you mean. Sorry, Robert. No idea. So, bitback presudymium image. Mod presudymium points to an invalid file. How sad. The chemical model is Fe? No, that's iron. Yeah? Ferrum is iron, as far as I know. So, what did I mess up now? Bitbake mod presudymium. Let me see. Populate license. Why does it PR? Okay, now I can follow you. Okay, that's actually a good joke. I should call it mod PR, but it's not as funny then. So where did I go wrong? Let's see. praseodymium. It's also mod praseodymium. Yes. Mod praseodymium. So where did I go wrong right now? Because that should really work, as far as I'm concerned. Bake, clean, mod, Dynium. Maybe the download cache is failing me. Nothing provides clean. Ah, yes. Bake, C clean. Bitbake, mod praseodymium. I really wonder what's wrong with the. Isn't it able to get it? Okay, let's look this up. I knew that I would break somewhere. It has worked way too nice until now. Okay, temp work QMOR mod praseodymium. There is no, seems to be no sources. Temp work QMOR mod praseodymium. Exactly. We have to set S2 to get probably. Isn't that set like it? No, it's not related to license flag whitelist. It's actually a warning that says it doesn't find the the license file at all because it was GPLv2 already, and I did not uh, change it, so I expect the license file and checksum to be still intact. Just the moment I typed it, Quentin also pointed out that it must be the expansion word git because we're not working on a specific revision in this case. So I guess that's the classic error. A bit more praseodymium. So this looks better. Okay, bitbake praseodymium image. Then let me already cough up the examples for my sysfs because I think we successfully um, built it. Shall we boot it? I think we can give it a small run. Just for the sake of it. Quentin says, since I'm using autoref, PV should have source PV as specified in the documentation. That's a very good point, but the link is way too long for copying and understanding it in the Twitch chat. I will put it into the companion website, but it's really a good point. This should be noted. Thank you very much. Have a beer. So lib modules whatever extra, is it here? No, it's still hello ko because I didn't fix the sources. Okay, that's what we are gonna do right now. We're gonna work on the sources. We're in mod praseodymium and hello praseodymium C. Okay, then makefile, object module. We are providing praseodymium. In the rest of this looks fine. Git add a just to be quicker, and git commit rename to praseodymium. Yes, I know. Git push. No, that was incorrect. Git push. Yocto register. Okay, rebuild. No, power off. Build new image. Hopefully we can see a small fetch right now. Fetch exactly. Compile everything nice. Just as one would expect it. Anybody who has joined late, please subscribe to me on Twitch. If we manage to find another 16 nice people who are willing to listen and watch what I do in the future, then we reach a certain level on Twitch, and then I can give you, I think, like custom emojis, right? We shall have beer emojis. You just need to we need to have 50 folks who want beer emojis on Twitch. Can we get that? I think we can. So, final simple module boot, hopefully. And then we're gonna start working on the real module content. It's okay, it's just a sysfs handle, but for somebody who's never ever done kernel, it's probably interesting in some way. So lib module extra, and here's President. Finally, see, there's I love you, man. He's the first guy who says he's always dreamt about expressing a beer emoji on Twitch. That's how it works, man. So mod probe praseodymium. Hello world. And the kernel is tainted. Yeah. And power off. We know we can unload it, right? So it's finally time for us to do some minor kernel coding here. Praseodymium C. And I've got an awesome color selection. Okay. First, let's change praseodymium loaded. Robert already has a beer. Best man. So to make sure to show that we really are working on the kernel code, we'll first fix the messages because we are heavy metal and we load praseodymium. I think we shall let the world know that. So heavy metal praseodymium loaded. What? Why? Why would anybody unload a heavy metal module? I have no idea. Okay, so get that. Just to have a clean git history. Git commit fix messages. Hop, da, 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 git push. I think this is the first session I ever did where you can really follow along what I'm doing on GitHub, right? The Yocto Jester. I'm mistyping. Okay. This init message is about praising heavy metal, yeah? Peer info, Robert says. I know that I'm really not that much into kernel code, but yeah, there's a point to it. We will look it up. The code is not completely right because it misses the message level of the print key. So we either have to should not be used anymore. Come on. Okay, but for the sake of correctness, it misses the level. That's the point. So peer info. Peer info. So we are good committers, and we say fix print k usage to peer info. Can anybody send a pull request or a patch to Metaskeleton? Git commit amend. I really mistyped again. So here we are, and yeah. Now let me find the Sisyphus handles. This is the point where I probably will break stuff. For the Sisyphus control, we will just like use a metal level, okay? Unsigned, because we for the handle we need something that we set and we can get. That's the base understanding of it. So, and we will just use an integer variable for it, and we will call it metal level. And of course, it will be 666 in the beginning. And we shall use module param metal level. It's a uint, and it shall have 644. If you really want to know more about this, do not ask me. I'm just a dude with a cheap headset and a beer in my hand. There's trainers out there like Robert or Marco or Chris who can explain that way better than I actually do. If you do it like the way I do, you will probably mess up and break your system. This is to give you ideas to get started, and if you want to do it properly, ask somebody else, okay? So what did I miss? Let's see what happens. Check patch. Check patch through Twitch on a remote host over a Windows streaming PC onto GitHub. If you get that working, man. So I forgot to commit it, right? No good, man. No good, me. So I only have saved git add a Uh, git add a. I know you're right, Robert. You're completely right that check patch will throw, but I'm just not gonna use check patch. Git commit um, add sysfs handle for metal level. The eye is in my fingers. You see, I always keep adding a spurious W at the end. So git commit amend one more time. Write out, save. Okay. Git push the Yocto gesture password and rebuild. More time for drinking. I take it you all who are watching have already subscribed, so we can have beer emojis, because everything is better with beer emojis. We should have different beer emojis. Yeah, we should have a beer emoji in a bottle, with a white beer, with dark beer, and all those fancy kinds of beer, right? And also Chester's hat. We need a Chester's hat. Is there a Chester's hat emoji? For all of those who have not realized yet, I've just put out a review on 10 years of the Yocto project from my perspective. It's on the yoctochester.info for your perusal. It's not yet perfect. I realized that I forgot to mention a couple of very important persons. So it will get an update pretty soon, hopefully. But first, I will finish this session and then upload the recording to YouTube, and then I will do the companion website. Hopefully, not forget anything that I've mentioned. Robert, can you shoot me an email with the things you have mentioned, specifically information on PR info and checkpatch? I'd really like to link that, but my brain's not working after I close the streaming session, so I'll forget it. Okay, great, man. So cd modpro praseodymium modpro praseodymium. It loads. Okay, so sysfs cd module cd praseodymium. I think I'm just missing cd parameters. I'm just missing some. No, here's the metal level. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. So cat metal level, and the level of this module is 666. Yeah. Okay. So echo 1 2 3. No, let's do 3 2 1, because that's a nice Scorpion song. 3 2 1, and I'm ready to rock. So echo this to metal level, and then if I cat metal level, I get 3 2 1. Okay, so I'd say the sysfs handle works. We could now expand this with handlers upon reading and writing, which is probably a bit too much for me now, because I do not have that much time left today, and I will mess that up really badly. So I think we should just do the lame thing and put the layer up on GitHub right now. So the session will get some form of wrap up. So meta presudamium git init status git add. I'll fix up the README and everything later. Git add a git commit initial commit git remote add origin. Here he goes. And ct meta something. Git push. Git push. As you know, I have to do this off screen because there's my GitHub password. The Yocto Jester. And if you look at GitHub right now, then there's actually a meta layer that you can use to build a completely pointless heavy metal module for your Linux kernel, right in Yocto, and it's properly separated between the metadata and the kernel module. So that's what I wanted to show you today. Your pull request. I will let me see if there's something pending. I actually am a complete GitHub noob. You know, I really am not. Robert sent me a pull request for Presbyterian. So let me see. What this? How does this work? That's really weird. I'm doing an a live coding session on a Windows machine, in a Linux terminal, on a remote machine, and off screen in a web browser. On GitHub, somebody sends me a pull request to the sources I just tinkered with in the Linux terminal. Okay, this is a crazy world we live in. So pull requests. Robert says update Presudamium C, and what does this say? What's the diff? Let me see the diff. Diff. No, I'm stupid. Or I think I have never ever even gotten. Robert wants to add an SPDX identifier. I think that's fine. Okay. So is there an accept button? You are verified. That sounds awesome. Review changes. I have reviewed. Now can I approve? Sounds legit. I think this is the very first screencast I've ever done where we comment on stuff that happens on GitHub live during the session. First line, check patch wants it. Can we make that like a daily appointment? I do stuff and you check patch it. Sounds legit. Approved. This branch has no merge pull request. Yes. Confirm merge. Okay, so this is something completely unexpected. I actually just accepted my first pull request on GitHub. Let's check what Robert just did. Okay, so git pull. You get the fame for it, Robert. Seriously. So Presudamium. This is what Robert just submitted. The kernel community works. Cheers. With that, my time is almost over. Thanks everybody for watching, telling, discussing, sending pull requests. I know the topic sounded more promising Like if I tell somebody we will write a kernel module, they expect me how to tell them how to write a graphics driver, which is seriously not a uh, not realistic. Let's call it not realistic, and it's not what I wanted to tell you. I wanted to show you how to do things in a way that can be used by others, and so do your stuff in separated metadata and source repositories. Um, that's one of the most important things. Put everything into a layer quickly. Put everything into images quickly. You see, I didn't have a single change in local.conf today. This is a good thing. This is how using the technology is meant to work. Any other remarks, questions, drinking songs? Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. If not, a little bit of advertising. Head to my Twitter account. Head to the yoctojester.info. I'll try to keep you posted on not that much of important but interesting stuff about the Yocto project and some insights. Follow me on Twitch so we can get the beer emojis. Throw money. Here's my thumb. Here's my thumb. If you throw money, I might even get myself a proper mic and a webcam, so I don't have to go looking. And if there's no further questions, I count down. 3, 2, 1, 0. Then we will end the session. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching and working with me. Just as I said, remember to get in touch with us. Shoot me and us an email. Follow me on Twitch. That really works for the beer emojis. And again, if you really want to get this stuff explained more properly, there's folks out there who can do this way better than I do. Get in touch with them. So long. Take care. Bye bye.